scanning the audience.
Hello everyone. Have you ever wanted more viewable space on your monitor or to watch an online movie on your TV? Well, if so, I'm here to help. I'm Chris Thompson, and in my 2 years of tech support, I've often had customers that have complained about not having enough space on their monitor. I know many of you have TVs or second monitors available, so today I'm going to teach you how to hook up a dual monitor. There are 3 basic categories that we need to consider. There's preparing the setup, verifying the connections, and editing the setup, the settings, I'm sorry. In the preparing the setup phase, we're going to look at actually getting it ready. So let's start with that. In the preparing the setup, the first thing we want to do is verify that ports are available for the laptop and the monitor. In this case, you can see that I have connections on the back of the laptop. They may be a little hard to see, but we're looking at the HDMI cable. Typically, you should have any HDMI ports on newer laptops or TVs. In this case, we have one on the back of the TV as well. You also want to make sure that you have your cords available. I have the HDMI cable right here. After you verify the ports are available, you want to consider setting up the location for the monitors. You want to do that by making sure you have somewhere stable that is close enough for the cords to reach, and I've already got those set up here. And then once you've done that, you move on to step 3. According to CNET.com, the important thing here is to make sure the PC is on and ready to accept your cables. This way, everything can auto-detect the connection as you plug it in. Once we have our setup ready, we can now move on to verifying the connections. To verify the connections, first thing we're going to do is plug the cables into the ports. I've already got the other end of this plugged into the TV, so now we just plug it into the back of the laptop. And I'll turn around with that so you can see it. Now that we have the cords plugged in, the next thing to do is turn on the monitors. I've already gone ahead and turned on both of these on. It really doesn't matter much when you do it, except to make sure that at this point they should be on in order to see what you're doing. Some computers might not recognize this at this point, so according to Microsoft.com, you may want to restart the computer if it doesn't detect it. Now we have our physical connection set up, so the only thing we have left to do is edit the settings. When we're editing the settings, what we want to do is choose a general orientation. Typically, if the computer's never been hooked up to the monitor, you will get a display pop up at this point, and you can select a general orientation of how you want it to lay out. If it pops up, select something, it doesn't matter what at this point. Then once we've selected it, the next thing we need to do is open our settings menu. According to websqueeze.com, you should be able to see and adjust both of your monitors from here, as well as setting the position where the monitors are located on your desk. Now, each operating system is going to be a little different. With Vista, you want to right-click on the desktop, not an icon, go to Personalize, and then you're going to have your options here. You want to click on Display Settings. Now, you'll see that a Display Settings box pops up. You're going to have multiple monitors selected, and there's an option to extend the desktop onto this monitor. You want to make sure that is selected. Once it is, you can click Apply and click OK, and it should show up on the other monitor. And it helps if you actually have both monitors selected. In this case, I have to click the second monitor, which monitor 1 is the laptop, monitor 2 is the other one. I want to click the monitor 2 and make sure that one's extended. Click Apply. Ask if you want to keep your display settings. You'll notice it just popped up on here. Say yes. Now, as of right now, I have it set up so that monitor 1 is to the left and monitor 2 on the right. You can change that any way you like. You can put one on top of the other. Just click and drag on these right here. Once you've got that done, you can click OK, and your monitor is set up. Now, in order to show it, what I'll do is I'll take this window, and since one is to the left on the display, I can drag it right, and there you go, second monitor. If you're watching a movie or just using the computer, take your second window, drag it over into your other one, and you're ready to go. That is everything that was needed in order to set it up. So as you can see at this point, setting up the second monitor really is simple. All you have to do is prepare the setup, verify the connections, and edit the settings. Thank you for your attention, and good luck setting up the extra monitor.